Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-August 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorn collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Cappies in early to mid-August? It is Leo season at the time of this filming. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cappies early to mid-August. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's have ourselves a good time today, my friends. We're going to have some fun. Cool. This little dreamy energy has been showing up around the Capricorn collective for quite a while now. Not sure if you had this exact card, but it does hold a similar energy that I've seen for a couple of weeks. And I normally like it because it's pretty creative. It is a little cerebral, so there is a little drawback sometimes. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady that seems to be journaling. She is under that umbrella. We got the bubbles and the beautiful etheric background that somewhat looks like a sunset. So to me, this reminds me of Dreamland a little bit. So it has that cerebral, etheric quality to it. It's very similar to the Four of Cups in the tarot deck, if you're familiar with the meanings. So in the positive sense, very creative, thinking outside of the box, whether it's you doing creative pursuits, creative hobbies, creative problem solving, all of that can be in play here. It's a very rich inner world. Now, that can also bleed over into overthinking, daydreaming, a lot of fantasizing when this is here. Normally, Capricorns are extremely pragmatic individuals, and that's something I love about Cappies. But we're all human, right? We fall into this sometimes, where it's like, the mind just drifts. Either that, or there might be someone you're connected to that has the head in the clouds. A lot of thought goes into this card. So I love it for the creativity. There's also something here connecting to dreams. So if you're the type where you have a lot of vivid dreams, or maybe you're having some funky ones, this card could represent that as well. Those might be important. You might be receiving some guidance in the dream world. So we're just going to let that chill right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the Cappies. Let's see what we got in early to late, or early to mid-August, not late. We're not going to rush ourselves. We're not shortchanging ourselves, right? And yeah, while we shuffle this up and get it ready, let's talk about last week's reading. So there's pretty good energy last week. It's titled Big Win Incoming. Now, I always say that wins and victories, they come in all different shapes and sizes, right? Sometimes you might just have a couple of really nice days where the energy is light and fluffy and everything seems to be clicking. Sometimes it's a win regarding money, work, personal relationships, all that can be in play. So if that hasn't happened, if you haven't had a big win of note, just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks. So it was a very good reading last week. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. This is an energetic weather report, my good friends, just to see how things could potentially be flowing. Let's get it going. All right, cool. Ace of Cups. So again, this watery type of energy showing up pretty strong. Love the Ace of Cups. I like all aces, especially to start off a reading, but the Ace of Cups is absolutely one of my faves. It's emotional. Let's get a couple more. What do we have for Cappy? Good. Wow, Empress. So we are starting on a pretty good note here, my good friends. The Ace of Cups and the Empress. I'm going to keep it as neutral as possible until we start clarifying, but that is a fabulous way to begin a reading. Let's get one more. And even if you're cross-watching, this could bode well. Okay, we do have that little counterbalance on the back end. We got the Five of Swords. So this is very intriguing because the energy on the front was super nice. A lot of beautiful potential. But then this Five of Swords comes in and it's a little aggressive, right? That energy could be a little pushy. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, You know me, I always love to look at the elements real quick because I feel like it frames the reading and tells us how it's flowing. And they could be all different areas of life, but there is that big inward focus still. So, similar to that oracle card we have here, we have the cups, which is water, we have the swords, which is air. These are both energies that come from the inside. We do have this Venus energy right in the center, which is a little more worldly, but the way it all plays, it's like the energies feed off of each other. Now, with the water, that's good. That's the realm of emotions, feelings, partnerships, love. We really like it. It could represent things, situations that we are emotionally invested in, things that we actually care about. Not things we say we care about, things we actually do care about. So I like water. The creativity that we were speaking about, that is heavily in play when this card is here. Super artistic. So tons of potential with the water element. It is highly intuitive and sensitive. So if you are really connected to energy, this could amplify that a little bit. The only downside I always say with water is that it could be a little wish-washy. It could be a little up and down and back and forth, just like the tides, and can sometimes overwhelm. In the center, this isn't one of the classical four elements, but it is Venus energy, which is very pleasurable. We'll circle back when we talk about the Empress. And right here on the back end, we have the swords, which is air. So, pardon me, that's the counterbalance, right? Because we have matters of the heart and then we have the mind. Swords, they're very logical, pragmatic, straightforward and to the point. It's all about the facts. A big thing with swords is information, whether we're giving it, receiving it, searching for it. That's why this is the suit of communication. It's all about information exchange. It could be about perspective and viewpoints as well. The downside to the swords, the biggest one would be the overthinking. So you see what I mean? We have this big inward facing energy and it's going in a couple of different directions. Swords can also be cold and detached. So you see, there's a balance. Let's go through and start building it out piece by piece. Position number one, Ace of Cups. So we spoke about the element, which is pretty important, but all aces to me are opportunities. They can represent opportunities, offers, and open doors, new things. So whether it's new ventures, new things popping in your lap, we love the Ace of Cups. Uh, it does tie a little more into emotions than the other ones, right? They all have their different flavor. This could sometimes represent how someone's feeling, their emotions, or someone that could be in their feelings a little more so than normal. So it's something to really look into further. It does connect heavily with communication, talks, messages, right? Because all aces are, there's something about exchanging information here. That's another little undertone we're picking up. So normally this is great because there's a lot of potential. But what's the downside of the aces? Since they're new, since they're fresh, since they're all about potential, it is not permanent. It's not a foregone conclusion. It's something that might look good, but we still need to see how it goes. So it's a great start. So we'll just keep it at that. Now, as we put this Ace of Cups right back here by the amethyst piece, we move to the center with another heavy hitter, a beautiful card. We have the lovely Empress herself. Now, for some of you, you might be connected to a Libra or a Taurus because those planets are ruled by Venus. We got the Venus energy right here. Now, she could also represent mothers, mother figures, motherhood, fertility. She's a goddess type of energy. It could represent nature as well. So if you're needing or spending a little time refreshing your energy in nature, the Empress is all about that. But the biggest thing with her is the blessings and abundance. Notice she has that pregnant belly. She has a dress on that has all pomegranates. This card is all about abundance and fertility. So we like it again with the potential. There's something coming in or something that's here now that just looks like, wow, that looks great. Like this could really go well. So that's good. That's a great way to start. The only downside with the Empress, if you're not having issues with a divine feminine figure or a mother figure, the Empress could sometimes be an energy that could make you feel cornered. Not saying it definitely is, but it's an energy that could be like a little, I don't want to say clingy, but it's an energy that could try to hold you back sometimes. So we need to just keep an eye on her. Now, moving to the back end, we do have the Five of Swords. This is where we do that little gear shift because it's coming in totally different than all this stuff we have here on the front. We see the person with the spiky hair. That he doesn't look too happy, right? He has all the swords. He kicked the crap out of all the people in the background. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now, in the positive sense, this card doesn't always just have to be all fights. I would say it's my card of determination. When I say it, I do it. When I set myself to a goal, I will see it through. That's a huge Capricorn trait. If I've ever known you, and I know a lot of Capricorns, when they say something, 9.5 times out of 10 they mean it. If they put their eyes on a goal, they achieve it. So that's what this is good for. Great determination. However, this energy could be very aggressive. This energy, I don't want to say it's self-serving. And again, I'm not saying that's you, but this energy could be angry, upset, mad, very much wound tight. Because obviously this is a card that could represent conflict. If you're doing something for yourself or doing right by yourself, this is a great card. If you're dealing with someone that's a little too self-interested or self-focused, this card could be a bit of a warning. So you see what I mean? We're walking a fine edge, especially on the back end here, because the front end is really nice and soft. Then this energy comes in. It's like, what are you doing? Like the energy was flowing. What's happening here? So I want to dive deeper on all this, Capricorn. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for the Cappies? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ace of Cups. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Capricorn, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get that Ace of Cups going. I mean, this energy is just coming at you. So we have judgment, huge with communication. There could be something here about a talk or conversation, but to me, there's a certain magnetic quality that I'm picking up to it with judgment. Now, I love judgment because it's angelic. We have the Archangel Gabriel, the communicator of God, the messenger of God, right? So you see him there blowing the trumpet. It's a go time. In the positive sense, this is full steam ahead. You know when people are, or you see track and field races where people are at the starting blocks and then the gun goes off and they just go? That's how this energy feels to me. It's like not full go, full send, can't stop, no breaks. So this could be really, really motivated. If your energy's been a little lower, there's something that's been making you feel a little bit down, this makes me feel excited and motivated, where it's like, I'm not thinking twice, I'm doing it. So for some of you, could it be some good or exciting news coming in? Absolutely. Now, judgment can also be karmic. It's a very deep card when we really look at it. It could represent things popping back up. It could represent things returning. I'm not quite getting that for you just yet. To me, it's just like, oh, full go. There's something, I like it, I'm going to make it happen. There's something I want to achieve, I'm going to do it. It's highly, highly motivated and excited. So I think this is nice. I don't think we need to overcomplicate it. So this absolutely could be a win or victory. And there's a magnetic quality to it where it's like the universe places it in front of you, where it's like, okay, Capricorn, here you go. This is what you want. Meet me halfway, or this is what you want. It's right here for the taking. So I like that. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. That's a great way to start. Could there be something about a talk, though? We need to see as it plays out. But potentially, to me, it is more so like exciting news or just something that really gets me pumped up, like I'm amped about it. Let's go in on the Empress. Let's see what she has. We'll get over to this because there could be this little vibe switch that I'm picking up on the back end. That's what, I don't want to say it's concerning me, but it is noticeable to me as I'm reading, where it's like this energy looks good, but what is this? What is that? So let's get the Empress clarified. What is the Empress about? Yeah, I mean, it seems like a door is opening. It seems like, oh, okay, this is easier than I thought it would. So far, so good. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse underneath it. A door that may have been closed could reopen. Um, Similar, like remember, judgment could be something popping back up. Now would be a great time to revisit things. So whether it's revisiting ideas, revisiting plans, revisiting a vacation, this energy to me is like, okay, now the door is opening and I could try this. It's very, very specific. And listen, I know it sounds more like a personal reading. I'm telling you, this could be big for a lot of Capricorns, where there's a potential revisiting of something where it's like, okay, now it would work out better if you gave it a shot. The Nine of Wands, and again, it's like the door opens for me. The Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. It could represent someone that's been through a thing or two, right? Like it's an energy that's been around the block, built that wall, being very protective. Normally it's on guard, very skeptical, shut down, closed down, especially with communication. So when I see it in reverse, it's like, oh yeah, come on in. The door's open, Capricorn. There you go. You just got to walk through it. That's how this energy is presenting to me. So I do like it, especially with the exciting news I got here on the front. But I'm still extremely skeptical about what we have here on the back end because this all looks good. I don't want to say it's too good to be true, but it just feels easier than it should, if that makes sense. So there could be certain things or situations where it's like, ah, this feels like way easier than I thought it would be, or shouldn't this be a little bit harder? I don't know. There's something that just feels like it's coming easy, which I really, really like. Let's go in on the Five of Swords, because the Five of Swords is willing to like work hard for something, but it can be a little pushy. Let's see what that's about. Because if anything's going to be a change or a shift, or if there's anything that might, I don't want to say derail, but be a little thorn in the side, it might be this. Well, let's see what the Five of Swords has before the recap. Good. Oh, all right. So we got the double fives. There is a shift in energy. Now, I'm going to give this in the most positive way, and I'm also going to give you what is intuitively popping through. So, fives in numerology are very similar to tower energy, right? We think of shift, we think of change, very rapid, fast, shocking, potentially. Um, you don't have to be an expert to understand what the Five of Wands means, right? I say it every time he shows up. What are these two people or these people doing? They're battling it out, they're duking it out. Now, with the Five of Swords, Five of Wands, in its most positive sense, this is a very amped up, motivated energy. So if there is something, a situation where you are like full go, full send, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to fight for this, then this is a beautiful energy if you can harness it properly. But this does feel like a surprising shift of energy potentially. Now, that could be good. If something is shifting out of problematic into smoother, or something goes from bad to good, that's what we like. But we don't want something that's going good, easy, and smooth, and then it's like, what is this problem popping up out of nowhere? So I think it really depends on what you got going on, because for some of you, this could be an awesome, amazing reading. For others, just watch out for, surprising problems popping up where it's like, ah, things were just going so good. Boom, then this happens. Like, why do you have to do that? Watch out for anyone that might derail something where it's like things were just going so perfectly. Why'd you have to do this? I don't know. It's like it frustrates me a little bit. So watch out for the surprising problems or shifts in energy, and hopefully it's a good shift for you. That's what I'm hoping. Like, because the majority of this reading is super positive in the front. But this, I don't know what this is because it kind of gets under my skin. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. So, for some of you, this is an amazing, great one. For others, it's mostly good, but there is this little thing that we need to watch out for. If you look here in the box position, number one, we have the Ace of Cups with Judgment in the upright. Exciting news potentially coming in. Like, hey, Capricorn, here you go. It's there for the taking. I think it's really, really nice. So, if it's not exciting news or something like that, it's something that gets presented to you where it's like, okay, well, there it is. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. Beautiful. In the center, we have the Empress with the Nine of Wands, like somebody potentially rolling out the red carpet for Capricorn. Like, hey, here you go. The door's open. You just got to walk through it. It's really beautiful. So we have wins, victories, and blessings here for you. And it seems like everything is going smooth, easy, almost too easy. So watch out for anything that might be too good to be true. But then here on the back end, we have the Five of Swords with the Five of Wands. Now, for some of you, you might just be amped up, or someone you're connected to could be very, very amped up, animated, energetic. That's how all this feels to me. If it's going from bad to good, we like this shift of energy. If things are going so good, so smooth, watch out for surprising problems popping up because that could potentially be it. But for the vast majority, it's claimable in the front end. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point within the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's go. Let's get this shadow card out. It's just an odd shift we have there on the back end. Okay, Four of Pentacles. So I always give a caveat when the Four of Pentacles comes out because it could be really great, really fantastic when it comes to money, work, business, and finance. This is a great energy for stacking those pentacles, saving, budgeting, all that good stuff. So, I mean, usually Capricorns are on point with their pentacles for the most part. So I do like this for Capricorn. It's great. But when it comes to personal relationships or things from the past, that's where the Four of Pentacles could get a little dicey because it's an energy that could hold on to something or Worst case scenario, it could be a little grudgy. Now, I'm not saying that's you. Maybe it's somebody else you're connected to. They still might be feeling a certain way about something. Maybe that's what this little thorn in the side energy is, where it's like all this looks good, but what is this still lingering? This energy lingers quite a bit. So that's something to watch out for in this time. Or there could just be that big focus on the money and spirit saying, like, hey, just be cautious with how you're using your pentacles when this is here, especially if you have some big expenses coming up. So, double-edged sword. We're just going to put it down right there, Cappy. That's what I got for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The August calendar is up and spots go quick, so you might want to check that out. But for the August subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 winners at random to either choose the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, which is an absolutely stunning deck, or one of the custom-made crystal pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards that showed up in your reading today, which one intrigued you the most? Which one caught your attention, and why? And you put that in the comments, you'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab / post tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.